Hey everyone, it's Nerf Boy Productions here. Today, we are going to be taking a look at the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle T-Blast guns. These are 3 new blasters brought to you by Spin Master Toys, and they are Ninja Turtles themed foam blasters. They all look very cool and shoot big mega style looking darts, and that's the thing that really sold me on it, is the darts. As you can see, we have 3 different blasters here in front of us today. Each ones are in different colors, but it's worth noting that you can get each blaster in all 4 colors of the Ninja Turtles. Unfortunately, they only have 3 blasters, so I got 3 different colors, but we're missing the 4th blue. Okay, so in this video, we're going to take a look, a little overview at all the different blasters. So let's get into it. We're going to start off with the smallest one first. This is the double barrel. Okay, so on the box, all these are open face style, so you can see the blaster. Looks pretty simple. It has 2 barrels on the front, which you can put darts in, then you pull back, pull the trigger to fire. Turns out there is 4 other blasters, but we're missing, the store didn't have the other one. We're actually missing the crossbow. It wasn't at the store, but there is a crossbow as well, if you guys want to check that out. Okay, so here is the Donatello double barrel. As you can see here, you've got the cool dart with Donatello's face on the front, and then the stripes kind of bleed into the back. I think that looks super awesome. And the way they've done this is kind of strange. You just put the darts in the front, and the trigger isn't actually what fires it. The trigger is the barrel selector, so you're not going to get a cool trigger shot with this. To shoot, you have to pull back, and then release, like a slingshot. So the double barrel doesn't actually shoot both darts at once, and it doesn't have smart barrel technology where if you put in any random dart, it won't fire. The trigger, when it's pulled, will fire the bottom dart, and when the trigger's not pulled, it fires the top. So a fairly cheap mechanism if you'd imagine what's in there. When you pull the trigger, it's basically just switching which way the air is going to go. But I am fairly satisfied with the dart performance. It seems to be going really well. Of course, I always do like a trigger more than like a slingshot pull, because when you're pulling back like this and then letting go to fire, it's kind of pulling up on the gun like that, right? So that's going to affect your accuracy, and then it's very, very hard to tell when you pull that trigger which dart's going to fire. I mean, they're so close together, it shouldn't affect your performance too much, but that's kind of a pain in the butt. I guess I'm just not a fan of the whole trigger system to switch your barrels through, and it's just kind of weird. Okay, this is the quad blaster, so we went from 2 barrels to 4. Should be better in theory. Okay, so this is the Raphael version. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, so I see what's happening here. It is the same style as the double barrel, where the trigger doesn't fire the darts. It just selects the barrel and kind of rotates it through. We have the same red stripes on the darts with their faces on the front, which, like I said, is my favorite part about these series. But as you see, when you pull the trigger, it feels very good, and then I'd imagine you just pull back and yeah, you get the slingshot action to fire. Okay, again, I'm fairly impressed with the power and accuracy of all this stuff. The darts fly really well. And I actually like this one better than the other one, just because they both are pullback, which will affect your accuracy. And I'm not a fan of that, but I think you can obviously see when you pull the trigger which dart's in the chamber, whereas the double barrel, you have no idea what's going on. So this one's also just more comfortable. It's bigger, it feels like you're getting more with it. And of course there's 4 darts. Alright, now for the big Kahuna. This one should be promising. But this one has no trigger at all. I'll show you what I mean. This is the talking shell cannon. Okay. Like I said, no trigger to this guy. Pullback action. This clip's actually going to load in the top. Crazy. Look at that. Got this red button here, which is going to eject the clip when you pull it back. And then you get all the same graphics darts. And it holds 6, so it's pretty much a mega clip, which is cool. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to test it in, but looks like it would fit. So then when you push this forwards, that's gonna prime the dart. And then if you prime it again, nothing's gonna happen. You have to then chamber one every time, and that'll fire. Okay, so not a very fast shooting blaster. You really gotta click it forwards for it to chamber. Otherwise it won't shoot. I guess that's not too bad. And we're out. I think the best thing about this gun is when it sounds like Ethan from H3H3. Other than that, the clip system's kind of cumbersome. I haven't seen any dart refill packs, so you'd actually have to go scavenge for your darts, put them in here, load this in every time, and you'd have to deal with Michelangelo shouting at you every time you want to shoot. Then again, you may like that because these are branded as Ninja Turtles guns, so there is a very, very good Ninja Turtle feel to it. It's definitely just not a paint color. Like, they definitely did a great job at doing the brand. Oh, wait a minute. At the back, there's a switch for demo, off, and on, and I was on demo. What's on? Oh, okay. This is so much better. This is so much better. So, you can actually turn the sounds off entirely, which is probably how I would do it. And then demo mode, every time you cycle this forwards, it'll do the shooting noise. And every time you pull it back, he'll shout at you. But when you're on, every time you chamber one of the rounds in, he'll say some epic line. And then when you fire, that's when it makes the noise. See, so ready to fire, and then you go pew! Okay, that's much, much better. I think that just instantly makes this thing way less annoying. Thank goodness I found that button. I actually think it's pretty cool, and you would be able to just take single darts and chamber them in without a clip if you so desired. The handle's a little bit short in my palm, but I basically believe that as they get bigger, the products get better. Like this one I still would never get. This one's pretty cool. It's definitely like a cheap alternative to something like a Cyclone Shock. And then this is even better, you know? Just because it's a clip system and it holds 6 darts where the other one holds 4, so you got the 2, 4, 6. And then of course when you can turn off and on those sounds, that's really cool. I like the chamber on the side. I think that it's just really fun to have that side chambering action. Really comfortable as well. Yeah, so I mean, if you're a big fan of Ninja Turtles, these are basically Mega Blasters that, keep in mind, don't have triggers, but they're like slingshot style. Definitely ones for younger kids. I know most Nerf products are ages 8 and up, and these are all ages 4 and up, so basically softer, more fun, kid-friendly versions of Nerf. I know Nerf is for kids, but like young, really young ones, these are gonna do way less damage. You're not gonna hurt yourself with them, and they don't have that trigger. I mean, there's a lot of gun violence associated with a trigger pull. I know when I was little, I was never allowed cap guns that looked like real guns because they have that trigger pull, that bang, bang, bang. But this is harmless, right? It totally takes that out of the picture. So I don't know, I think these are all right. And of course, they are marketed to a very specific child and age, but if you're one of them and you think it's pretty cool, I think you'll have fun with it, you know? And they are cheaper than your average Nerf blaster, so that's great to see as well. Let me know what you guys thought about all these Ninja Turtle T-Blast blasters in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know it was a little short, a little different, but today is my dad's 52nd birthday, and I am at my cottage. So figured I'd get this thing out to you guys because I just saw these popping up on the shelves, and I thought, hey, maybe you don't know about these. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You know what to do. As always, this was Nerf Boy Productions, signing off.